All right, this was a request from the practice exam that was handed out in class, and we got number 24. And once again, we're running across a few more of these, so I urge everyone to go and check out the video and any notes on L'Hopital's rule, because we're going to have to apply that again here. We want the limit as x approaches 3 of tan of x minus 3 all over 3 e to the x minus 3 minus x. Now when we do that, everything that's going to happen up here is we're going to get a 0 over 0. And there's nothing we can really do, right? We can't factor this. It's not multiplying by a conjugate or anything. So we're going to apply L'Hopital's rule that says the limit as x approaches a of f of x over g of x is equal to the limit as x approaches a of f prime of x over g prime of x. So the idea here is we can take the derivative of the top and the bottom and then try the limit again. So we're going to need to take the derivatives. Okay, so let's take the derivative of tan x minus 3. Now we have this, I'll just do it off on the side here. We had our little chart to help us out. And if I want the derivative of tan, I'm going to get secant squared x minus 3. Now there actually is some chain rule. We'd be multiplying by 1 here, but that's not going to change this at all. All right, we now need the derivative of the bottom. So I want d dx of 3 e to the x minus 3 minus x. That's a minus. Okay, let's take the derivative of that. Well, the derivative of e to the x minus 3 is still going to be e to the x minus 3 times 1. Again, there's some chain rule in there, but ultimately that is really not going to change. But the derivative of x becomes 1. So now, let's slide that up. I want to see those. Now I can take the derivative, the limit as x approaches 3 of secant squared x minus 3 over 3 e to the x minus 3 minus 1. All right, and we can do some direct substitution. That's going to give me secant squared of 0. And on the bottom, 3 minus 3 is 0. But e to the 0, anything to the 0 is 1. 3 minus 1, or 3 times 1 is 3, minus 1, we're going to get 2. So we're looking like we got a 2 on the bottom. So I'm just going to check. Okay, that could be letter C here. Let's just verify, just make sure that we don't have this thing happening here. So I'm going to go back and just check with my limit here. And secant squared 0, that is 1 over cos squared 0, and cosine of 0 is 1, so this is 1 squared, that is just going to be 1. So we're going to get 1 over 2. And if I go one more time all the way back here, that is in fact C. Okay, L'Hopital's rule, make sure we know that one. It may show up in one of our long answer, part A something. Okay, good luck. Keep sending in questions.